My dear ladies, I warmly welcome you with love and kindness. What if Coco Chanel, the woman who forever changed fashion, were alive today at over 70? How would she dress in our modern world while staying true to her timeless elegance? This thought has inspired me to create this video because I often hear women say that fashion seems to belong only to the young. Yet Chanel herself proved otherwise. She built her empire later in life and showed that true style knows no age. For me, reimagining her wardrobe today is not only a fascinating exercise, but also a way to remind us all that elegance deepens with time. In this video, I want to share the exact pieces Coco might choose now, and through her example, inspire every woman over 50 and 60 to embrace fashion as a lifelong expression of confidence and sophistication. 1. The timeless black cashmere coat. For Coco Chanel at 70, the black cashmere coat would remain a masterpiece of simplicity and strength. She would wear it in a sharp, tailored cut with slightly structured shoulders, allowing it to glide gracefully over the figure without overwhelming it. The fabric would be thick yet soft, creating an image of sophistication while keeping her warm during city strolls or evening outings. Chanel would layer it over wide-leg trousers in fluid wool and a delicate silk blouse, making the coat a polished yet versatile companion. Its timeless elegance would highlight her enduring love for practicality and refinement, while a discreet belt or polished buttons would add subtle luxury. This would be her outerwear of choice, always stylish, never excessive, and endlessly chic. 2. The modern tweed jacket. The tweed jacket, one of Chanel's legacies, would absolutely stay in her wardrobe. However, at 70, she would choose it in softer shades like cream, pale gray, or blush, ensuring that the color palette flatters mature skin. The silhouette would be elongated with gentle tailoring, featuring her iconic pearl buttons to maintain the signature Chanel touch. Instead of rigid formality, the fabric would be woven with light metallic threads, giving it a contemporary twist while retaining elegance. She would pair it with a flowing silk skirt or wide trousers for balance, creating a chic ensemble perfect for lunches, art exhibitions, or dinners. For Coco, the tweed jacket would never be a relic of the past, but a modern reinterpretation that still defines effortless sophistication and proves that a timeless piece can adapt gracefully to every age. 3. The silk bow blouse. Coco Chanel always celebrated femininity through simplicity, and the silk bow blouse would remain one of her favorite staples. At 70, she would likely choose blouses in luxurious silk charmeuse or crêpe de chine in shades of ivory, powder pink, or midnight black. The bow at the neckline would add softness and charm, a romantic detail that elevates even the most tailored look. She would tuck it under tweed jackets or let it flow elegantly with wool trousers, creating a balance between structure and fluidity. For evening, a black silk blouse with a dramatic bow would serve as her go-to alternative to a dress, paired with pearl jewelry for sparkle. This blouse would embody her vision of style, elegant, practical, and undeniably feminine, proving that refinement lies in the smallest details that transform an outfit into something iconic. 4. The wide-leg wool trousers. If Chanel redefined women's wardrobes with trousers in her era, then at 70 she would embrace their most graceful evolution. Wide-leg wool trousers. Cut from fluid fabrics like lightweight crepe or fine wool blends, they would drape effortlessly, elongating the legs and offering maximum comfort. She would favor high-waisted designs with sharp pleats, paired with blouses or tucked-in knits to maintain a polished silhouette. Unlike stiff tailoring, these trousers would move with ease, perfect for travel, dinners, or everyday elegance. In colors like charcoal, navy, or cream, they would seamlessly integrate into her wardrobe, creating endless styling possibilities. Paired with loafers or low-heeled slingbacks, the wide-leg trousers would showcase her philosophy of style as freedom, proof that chicness is not about restriction but about grace, comfort, and timeless poise. 5. The two-tone slingback shoe. Coco Chanel's two-tone shoe is one of fashion's eternal icons, and she would surely continue wearing it in her 70s. Designed originally for comfort and elegance, she would adapt it with lower block heels or refined flats in buttery leather, keeping the iconic beige body in contrasting black toe. This clever design visually shortens the foot and elongates the leg, an ageless trick of sophistication. Chanel would wear them with cropped trousers that reveal the ankle, or with mid-length skirts that emphasize her modern femininity. In winter, she might reinterpret them in suede or velvet, while in summer, lighter versions in soft linen blends. For her, the two-tone shoe would remain more than footwear. It would be a philosophy, proving that style need not compromise practicality, and that even the smallest detail can transform an entire look into something unforgettable. 6. The quilted handbag. The handbag that revolutionized women's accessories, the quilted 2.55, would remain Chanel's constant companion even at 70. She would modernize it by choosing a medium-sized crossbody version in supple calfskin, practical for carrying essentials without losing refinement. The chain strap, threaded with leather, would drape elegantly over her shoulder, leaving her hands free, while the quilted design would showcase craftsmanship and timeless beauty. She might carry it in classic black or experiment with deep burgundy or ivory for a seasonal twist. For daytime, a quilted tote would accompany her, structured yet spacious, while evenings would call for the smaller flap bag, adorned with discreet metallic accents. More than just an accessory, this handbag would represent Coco's eternal belief that elegance must also be useful, and at 70 she would continue to redefine the balance between practicality and luxury. 7. The strand of pearls. Perhaps nothing symbolizes Coco Chanel more than her love of pearls, and after 70, she would embrace them even more boldly. Instead of a single strand, she would layer ropes of different lengths, letting them cascade over black knit dresses or crisp silk blouses. Oversized pearl cuffs and brooches would add playful sophistication, proving that jewelry should never be taken too seriously. For her, pearls were not about extravagance, but about personality, light, luminous, and flattering to every complexion. They would remain her signature for both day and evening, worn as confidently with trousers and loafers as with evening gowns. Chanel's pearls would not merely accessorize, they would declare her presence, her taste, and her philosophy that elegance is eternal. Even in modern times, pearls would remain her ultimate tool of style, making every outfit radiate iconic allure. Thinking about how Coco Chanel would dress today after 70 is more than just a fashion exercise. It is a reminder that elegance is not tied to youth, but to attitude, intelligence, and the art of choosing wisely. Chanel herself taught us that style is not about excess, but about freedom, comfort, and the ability to create beauty from simplicity. If she were alive now, her wardrobe would not be overloaded with trends, but filled with timeless pieces. A perfectly tailored coat, a modern tweed jacket, flowing trousers, silk blouses, and the accessories that became her signatures: pearls, handbags, hats, and elegant shoes. Each of these items would not only flatter her age, but also continue her philosophy that fashion must serve the woman, never dominate her. For us, imagining Chanel at 70 is an invitation to rethink our own relationship with style. It shows that we don't have to chase every seasonal change, but instead focus on building a wardrobe of quality, elegance, and individuality. Every woman after 50 or 60 can take inspiration from her, embracing fluid cuts instead of restrictive silhouettes, layering pearls with confidence, carrying handbags that are both practical and refined, and choosing shoes that combine grace with comfort. Coco would never allow age to limit her. Instead, she would prove that maturity brings freedom and clarity of taste. So as we close this journey, let's take Chanel's lesson with us. Fashion fades, but style remains. At any age, true elegance is about how you wear your clothes, how you carry yourself, and how confidently you embrace who you are. After all, if Coco Chanel could still captivate the world with her vision after 70, then so can we, by dressing not just for the moment, but for timeless, enduring chic.